position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And the Seminoles come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. He's in open space downfield. It's a running, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida State.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll try the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Really good toughness by the QB to take shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing into double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough. Make a better decision. Do not throw into double coverage. He got lucky that was an interception.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got him in the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Making side adjustments here. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They believe in their running game on third and goal here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Fourth and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. Unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Got his man. At the 20, he's got space. And he's brought down after a nice game. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Gibson. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. They emptied the roster, put every receiver they had out there, it seemed, and they were able to pick up enough for the first down.
Yeah, when you do that with all that speed on the field, you spread it out. What do you got to do? Find the matchup. Find the speed advantage with one of my wide receivers. Get that good matchup. Get the easy first down.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire...
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quick completion on the out route. Turning it on! There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. The give to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
The Seminoles back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quick strike complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They try to get it outside on the left. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. Off play action. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll haul it in right around the logo. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Trying to turn the corner on the right. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary. There's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Seminoles!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll try to pop the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The offense changing the play. They'll run play action. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Georgia sent out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll give it to the back. Pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
Now on the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Trying to get behind the defense. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one. That beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Wants to fire on second down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Laterals it back. Under fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Noles will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Might be changing the route. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass, and the defense did a really good job playing the pass. And 4th down, now it's decision time for you.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UCF pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Knights did. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Running into the open space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out.
Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Here's the handoff. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.